All in the Family is a groundbreaking sitcom that aired from 1971 to 1979, created by Norman Lear. Starring Carroll O'Connor as the bigoted Archie Bunker, Jean Stapleton as his wife Edith, Sally Struthers as their daughter Gloria, and Rob Reiner as son-in-law Michael, the show tackled controversial social issues with humor and candor. Many of the popular characters from the series have died. Some of them had very tragic endings. We will pay tribute to all of them. Stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. Carroll O'Connor. Carroll O'Connor's portrayal of Archie Bunker in the groundbreaking television sitcom All in the Family stands as one of the most iconic and influential roles in television history. Born in 1924, he honed his craft in New York City's theater scene before transitioning to television and film roles in the 1960s. His performances in movies like Lonely Are the Brave and Cleopatra showcased his range and talent, preparing him for the pivotal role that would define his career. After the conclusion of All in the Family O'Connor continued to contribute significantly to entertainment. He reprised the role of Archie Bunker in the spin-off Archie Bunker's Place and embarked on a new chapter in his career with the critically acclaimed series In the Heat of the Night. In this latter role as Police Chief Bill Gillespie, O'Connor tackled issues of race and justice in a small southern town, once again demonstrating his ability to confront challenging social themes with sensitivity and gravitas. Despite his achievements, O'Connor faced personal tragedy when his son, Hugh, tragically passed away in 1995 due to drug addiction, leading him to become an advocate for drug rehabilitation and reform. His death in 2001 marked the end of an era. Robert Guillaume. Robert Guillaume, known for his distinctive voice and commanding presence, guest starred in the television series All in the Family in the early 1970s. His appearance in this popular series, which was known for addressing social and political issues, helped to highlight his talent to a broader audience. Although his role in All in the Family was relatively brief, it was a stepping stone that led to more significant opportunities in his career. Robert Guillaume, born Robert Peter Williams on November 10, 1927, in St. Louis, Missouri, had a prolific career in television, film, and theater. He is best known for his role as Benson Dubois in the television series Soap and its spin-off Benson. Guillaume's portrayal of Benson, a sharp-witted butler who eventually becomes a state budget director, lieutenant governor, and ultimately a gubernatorial candidate, won him critical acclaim and 2 Emmy Awards. His performance in Benson made him one of the most recognizable African-American actors on television in the late 1970s and 80s. He starred in numerous Broadway productions, including Pearlie, for which he received a Tony Award nomination. His performance in Guys and Dolls earned him widespread acclaim and demonstrated his remarkable singing ability. Guillaume's portrayal of Nathan Detroit in this musical was particularly celebrated. His contributions to the arts were recognized with numerous awards and honors, including a Grammy Award for his spoken word recording of The Lion King. Robert Guillaume passed away on October 24, 2017, at the age of 89. He died at his home in Los Angeles, California, after battling prostate cancer. Isabelle Sanford. Up next is Isabelle Sanford, who we remember for the role of Louise Jefferson, the loving and sassy neighbor of Archie Bunker, in the groundbreaking sitcom All in the Family. Sanford's portrayal of Louise Jefferson was so well received that it led to the spin-off series The Jeffersons, which followed the lives of Louise and her husband George, played by Sherman Hemsley. In addition to her work on The Jeffersons, Sanford appeared in a number of films, including Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, in which she played the role of Tilly, the maid of the Drayton family. She also appeared in the films The New Centurions, Lady Sings the Blues, and Love at First Bite. Isabelle Sanford passed away on July 7, 2004, at the age of 86 due to complications from heart disease. Bea Arthur. Bea Arthur's most iconic television role came in the groundbreaking sitcom All in the Family. She portrayed Edith Bunker's outspoken liberal cousin, Maud Finlay, Maud's firecracker personality constantly clashed with the show's lead character, the conservative Archie Bunker. Their contrasting views on social issues provided a hilarious yet thought-provoking counterpoint, sparking debates in living rooms across America. The success of her guest appearances on All in the Family led to a spin-off series centered around Maud Finley's life. Maud ran for 6 seasons, from 1972 to 1978. Bea Arthur passed away in 2009 at the age of 86. Jean Stapleton. Jean Stapleton is best known for her role as Edith Bunker in the television series All in the Family. Stapleton's portrayal of Edith Bunker, the kind-hearted and somewhat naive wife of Archie Bunker, earned her widespread acclaim and multiple awards, including 3 Primetime Emmy Awards and 2 Golden Globe Awards. Jean Stapleton, born Jean Murray on January 19, 1923, in New York City, had a career that spanned over 6 decades. Before her iconic role in All in the Family, she appeared in numerous stage productions. Stapleton's Broadway debut came in 1953 with the play In the Summer House. She continued to build her theater credentials with performances in Bells Are Ringing, Damn Yankees, and Funny Girl, among others. Her success on stage eventually led to roles in film and television. In addition to All in the Family, Stapleton had an extensive filmography. Some of her notable film appearances include Damn Yankees in 1958, where she reprised her Broadway role as Sister Miller, Up the Down Staircase in 1967, Cold Turkey in 1971, and Michael in 1996, where she played Pansy Milbank alongside John Travolta. She also made guest appearances in series like Archie Bunker's Place, the sequel to All in the Family, and Caroline in the City. Jean Stapleton passed away on May 31, 2013, at her home in New York City. She was 90 years old. Dick Gardinia. Dick Gardinia is the next actor who we remember for being Robin Hood in the series. Gaudier's character was a fictional TV show host, and his appearances on the show were often used as a comedic device to poke fun at the conventions of television. In addition to his work on All in the Family, Gardinia had a long and varied career in film and television. He appeared in a number of movies, including the 1969 comedy film Get Smart, again in the 1978 film The Pirate, in which he starred alongside Gene Kelly and Debbie Reynolds. Gardinia also had a successful career as a voice actor, providing voices for a number of animated films and television shows, including the popular cartoon series Transformers and the animated film The Transformers: The Movie. Dick Gardinia passed away on January 13, 2017, at the age of 85. Vincent Gardinia. Vincent Gardinia brought his talents to All in the Family not once, but 3 times. He played a variety of characters throughout the series. In one memorable episode, he portrayed Jim Bowman, a reluctant seller who clashes with Archie Bunker over racial prejudices when he has to sell his house to the Jeffersons. Gardinia also tickled audiences as part of a swinging couple alongside Rue McClanahan in another episode. But perhaps his most well-known role on the show came in Season 4. Gardinia landed the part of Frank Lorenzo, an Italian-American salesman who moves in next door with his wife Irene. He delivered powerful performances in movies like Bang the Drum Slowly and Moonstruck. Sadly, Vincent Gardinia passed away in December of 1992. Though he never married or had children, he left behind a legacy of captivating performances that continue to entertain audiences today. Nedra Vols. Nedra Vols played the character Edith Bunker's cousin, named Florence, in the television series. She appeared in the show during the early 1970s, and her character was known for her distinctive personality and humorous interactions with the Bunker family. Nedra Vols had a prolific career in television and film, spanning several decades. Born on June 18, 1905, in Montrose, Iowa, she began her career in vaudeville and radio before transitioning to television and film. Vols became well known for her roles in various television series and movies. In addition to All in the Family, Nedra Vols was a familiar face on television, appearing in shows such as Diff'rent Strokes, where she played the role of Adelaide Brubaker, a housekeeper, from 1979 to 1984. Her other notable television appearances include roles in The Dukes of Hazzard, where she portrayed Ms. Emma Tisdale, and The Fall Guy. She also guest starred in numerous other shows, including Alice the Love Boat and Night Court. Vols's film career included roles in movies such as Moving Violations, Earth Girls Are Easy, and The Great White Hope. Despite being a character actress often in supporting roles, her presence was always memorable due to her comedic timing and distinctive voice. Nedra Vols passed away on January 20th, 2003 in Mesa, Arizona. She was 97 years old. Richard Dysart is another actor we remember for playing that special role of Russell, a friend of Archie Bunker. Although his role was not a recurring one, it marked one of his early appearances on television. Throughout his career, Richard Dysart appeared in numerous films and television shows, showcasing his versatility as an actor. One of his notable roles was as Leland Mackenzie, the patriarch of the law firm, in the television series L.A. Law, which aired from 1986 to 1994. His performance earned him an Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series in 1987. Richard Dysart passed away on April 5, 2004, at the age of 81 due to complications from cancer. Tim McIntyre. Tim McIntyre guest starred in All in the Family as David Brewster, a draft dodger who appears in the episode Mike's Friend in the show's 4th season. Tim McIntyre was born on July 19, 1944, in Los Angeles, California. He was the son of actors John McIntyre and Jeanette Nolan. He appeared in several films and television shows throughout his career. Some notable movies include The Gumball Rally in 1976, where he played one of the lead roles, and American Hot Wax in 1978, where he portrayed the influential disc jockey Alan Freed. He also had roles in The Choir Boys in 1977 and Brubaker in 1980. McIntyre's career spanned various genres, showcasing his versatility as an actor. Tim McIntyre passed away on April 15, 1986, in Los Angeles, California, due to congestive heart failure. Mel Stewart. We also have Mel Stewart on the list, who we know as Henry Jefferson, the neighbor of Archie Bunker in All in the Family. His character was a frequent visitor to the Bunker household, often engaging in lively debates and discussions with Archie, played by Carroll O'Connor. Henry's calm and level-headed demeanor provided a nice contrast to Archie's bigoted and opinionated personality. In addition to his work on All in the Family, Mel Stewart had a prolific career in film and television. He appeared in a number of notable movies, including the film Brewster McCloud, directed by Robert Altman, and the film Stay Hungry, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. He also had roles in the films The Landlord and Scarecrow, both released in the early 70s. Throughout his career, Mel Stewart worked extensively in television, with guest appearances on popular shows such as The Waltons, The Rockford Files, and Hill Street Blues. He also had a recurring role on the television series Trapper John, M.D., playing the character of Dr. Charles Fox. Sadly, Mel Stewart passed away on February 24, 1997, at the age of 63. Jason Wingreen. Jason Wingreen was that warm and welcoming Harry Snowden, the bartender on the iconic sitcom All in the Family. He appeared on the show from 1977 to 1979, reprising the role in the spin-off series Archie Bunker's Place, which ran from 1979 to 1983. Wingreen's career spanned decades before All in the Family. He was a regular on the crime drama The Untouchables during the 1961 season, and even made appearances on shows like The Twilight Zone. He provided the original voice of the bounty hunter Boba Fett in the Star Wars film The Empire Strikes Back, released in 1980. Jason Wingreen passed away in Los Angeles, California on Christmas Day, 2015, at the age of 95. Mike Evans. On our list up next is Mike Evans with his role of Lionel Jefferson in the TV series All in the Family. His character was pivotal in addressing social issues of race and culture during the show's run. Evans portrayed Lionel, the son of George and Louise Jefferson, who frequently interacted with the Bunker family next door. Outside of All in the Family, Evans appeared in other notable productions. He co-created and wrote for the spin-off series The Jeffersons, where Lionel Jefferson continued to feature prominently. Tragically, Mike Evans passed away at a relatively young age. His death in 2006 left a void in the entertainment industry. Art Metrano. Art Metrano character Randy Good had a love interest for Gloria Bunker, the daughter of Archie Bunker, played by Carroll O'Connor. Metrano's role was a recurring one, and he appeared in several episodes throughout the series. Apart from his role in All in the Family, Metrano had a prolific career in film and television. He appeared in numerous movies, including The Heartbreak Kid, opposite Sybil Shepherd, and the comedy classic Police Academy 3 Back in Training, where he played the role of Officer Mazur. He also had a notable role in the film Teachers, alongside Nick Nolte. Metrano made numerous guest appearances on popular television shows, including The Andy Griffith Show, The Dick Van Dyke Show, and Bewitched. He also had a recurring role on the sitcom Joni Loves Chachi, which aired from 1982 to 1983. Sadly, Art Metrano passed away on September 8, 2008, at the age of 73. He died at his home in Ventura, Florida, surrounded by his family. Gloria Leroy. Gloria Leroy played the voluptuous Mildred Boom Boom Turner on the groundbreaking sitcom. Boom Boom was a friend of Edith Bunker, Archie's wife, and often the center of Archie's unwanted attention due to her flamboyant personality and curvaceous figure. Her big break came in 1968 when Norman Lear, the show's creator, saw her on stage and cast her in the film The Night They Raided Minsky's. This launched her into a successful career as a character actress, appearing in numerous television shows and movies throughout the following decades. Some of her other notable television roles include recurring parts on Family Matters and Days of Our Lives. She also made guest appearances on shows like Desperate Housewives, Shameless, and Malcolm in the Middle. Leroy continued to act well into her 80s, showcasing her versatility and comedic timing until her passing in May of 2018. Alan Melvin. Alan Melvin was another recurring role in the series with the name of Barney Hefner. His character Barney was a friend of Archie Bunker and a regular at the local bar. Melvin portrayed Barney Hefner from 1971 to 1978. Outside of All in the Family, Alan Melvin had a varied career in television and voice acting. He appeared in numerous TV shows including The Andy Griffith Show, The Dick Van Dyke Show, The Brady Bunch, and Gomer Pyle, USMC. Melvin also provided the voice for various animated characters, notably as Magilla Gorilla in The Magilla Gorilla Show and Bluto in several Popeye cartoons. In terms of movies, Alan Melvin had roles in films such as With Six You Get Egg Roll and Hang 'Em High. Alan Melvin passed away in 2008 at the age of 84 due to cancer. Bea Garrett. We also have Bea Garrett on the list as the next actress who did the role of Irene Lorenzo in the series. Her character was introduced in the second season as the girlfriend and later wife of Michael Stivic, played by Rob Reiner. Irene Lorenzo was portrayed as a liberal and outspoken character, often engaging in debates with Archie Bunker, played by Carroll O'Connor, over political and social issues. Outside of All in the Family, Bea Garrett had a diverse career in both film and television. She started in entertainment during the 1940s and appeared in several notable movies. One of her most memorable roles was in On the Town, 1949, where she played the feisty cab driver Hildy Esterhazy opposite Frank Sinatra and Gene Kelly. Garrett's energetic performance and comedic talents contributed significantly to the film's success. Garrett also appeared in films such as Take Me Out to the Ball Game in 1949 and My Sister Eileen in 1955. Bea Garrett passed away in 2011 at the age of 91. Bert Mustin. Bert Mustin was the lovable and quirky character of Fred Benson, the next-door neighbor of Archie Bunker in the classic sitcom All in the Family. His character was a frequent visitor to the Bunker household, often dropping by unannounced and sharing his wisdom and opinions on various topics. Mustin's portrayal of Fred Benson added a delightful touch of humor and warmth to the show, making him a beloved character in the series. Before his role in All in the Family, Mustin had a long and varied career in film and television. Born on February 28, 1908, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Some of Mustin's notable film credits include The Strange Love of Martha Ivers, The Snake Pit, and The Long, Long Trailer. He also appeared in numerous television shows, such as The Andy Griffith Show, The Dick Van Dyke Show, and The Twilight Zone. Throughout his career, Mustin worked alongside some of the biggest names in Hollywood, including Barbara Stanwyck, Gregory Peck, and Lucille Ball. Mustin continued to work in film and television until his death on January 28, 1974, at the age of 65. Roger C. Carmel. Roger C. Carmel guest starred in one episode of the sitcom. Carmel was a prolific character actor throughout his career. While best known for his flamboyant villainous roles, like the intergalactic common Harry Mudd on Star Trek, he also appeared in numerous sitcoms. He brought his comedic timing to shows like The Dick Van Dyke Show and Chico and the Man. Beyond television, Carmel had a successful career in film. He played parts in movies like Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest and Jerry Lewis's comeback film Hardly Working. He even lent his voice to characters in cartoons like Transformers and DuckTales. Sadly, Roger C. Carmel passed away in 1986 from congestive heart failure. Francine Beers. Francine Beers portrayed the character of Caroline Cousin Liz, Alice in the sitcom. Her role as Cousin Liz was notable for its portrayal of a progressive, socially conscious character who often clashed with Archie Bunker over his conservative views. Beers brought depth and nuance to the character, appearing in several episodes during the show's run from 1971 to 1979. Outside of All in the Family, Francine Beers had a diverse career in film and television. Francine Beers passed away in 2009. Jack Grimes. Jack Grimes is another actor from the famous sitcom who we know as a recurring role in the series. He appeared as a bartender at Kelsey's Bar, which was a frequent setting in the show where Archie Bunker and other characters often gathered. Outside of All in the Family, Jack Grimes had a modest career in film and television. One notable appearance was in the film Serpico. Grimes' acting career spanned several decades, beginning in the 1960s and continuing into the 1980s. During this time, he appeared in various TV shows and occasionally in films, showcasing his versatility as a character actor. His passing occurred in the late 1990s, marking the end of his contributions to the entertainment industry. George S. Irving. George S. Irving is another big-name recurring role of Russell Dean, the wealthy and conservative brother-in-law of Archie Bunker. Russell was the husband of Louise Jefferson, Archie's sister, and was often at odds with Archie due to their vastly different political and social views. Born on November 5, 1923, in Springfield, Massachusetts, George S. Irving began his career on the stage. He made his Broadway debut in 1948 in the musical Inside USA, and went on to appear in numerous productions, including Can the Happiest Girl in the World and Me and Juliet. In addition to his work on All in the Family, Irving appeared in several films, including The Hustler in 1961, The Music Man in 1962, and The Year Without a Santa Claus in 1974. He also made guest appearances on various television shows, such as The Golden Girls Murder, She Wrote, and Law Order. George S. Irving passed away on December 26, 2006, at the age of 83 in Manhattan, New York City. Billy Hellop. Billy Hellop was known for his role in series where he played Bert Mustin, a character who appeared in several episodes. His portrayal added depth to the neighborhood dynamics within the series. He began his career as a child actor and became famous for his role as one of the Dead End kids in the 1937 film Dead End, directed by William Wyler. This film marked the beginning of a series of films featuring a group of young actors known as the Dead End Kids, later renamed the East Side Kids and then the Bowery Boys. Hallup appeared in numerous films, including Angels with Dirty Faces They Made Maine a Criminal and Hell's Kitchen, among others. Billy Halop passed away on November 29, 2086 at the age of 56.